just a couple minutes. Got to click the OK. I accept being recorded. Hi, world, if we're being recorded. Welcome. Glad you guys are here. Share your thoughts, share your ideas, positive, negative. The feedback is critical. And remember, it's agents helping agents. We're here to help each other get better because there's enough business out there for every one of us. All you got to do is put your mind to it and go get it. I promise you. I'm going to have to hop off in a couple seconds. So, Tom, by the way, you notice that there is, I think that's, Sasha, you wearing a Patriots hat or just an American flag? Is that American flag? Probably American flag. It looks like it. Okay. I thought, flag, yeah. All right. I thought it was Patriots. And that was like, a nod to Tom because he's from Boston, but which doesn't work for me. But thank you, Stacia. I love that. That's awesome, Sasha. All right. I'm going to start the call with what I normally finish it with. And guys, remember, this is Database 101. Go out there and tell somebody you love them today. Tell them they're important, that they mean something to you and that they actually matter. You never know when you're going to change a life. You can make a huge difference just by having a quick conversation with somebody and letting them know that you value them. It's one of the most important emotions that we feel as people is that we're loved and cared for. So share that with somebody. And I'll tell you, that's the secret to database too. Your database is all about letting the people around you know that you are engaged and that they matter. And it is 8:35, which means we are 100% on realtor time, starting sharp at 8:30. Tom Martin, take it away. It's yours, brother. I'll catch you in a little bit.
All right. Good morning, George. Thanks. So we're going to start a series of lead generation based on opportunities for lead generation. So this week, what we're going to cover is circle prospect, and there'll be some weeks where I'm going to cover a couple different lead generation ideas out there with you guys with scripts. So that way you have everything that you need to do what's going to work for you. The reason I chose circle prospecting today is for a couple of reasons. The first reason is, who here has a ton of buyers and can't find homes? All right. So who here is tired of putting multiple offers in on properties for their buyers and then them going to their buyers and saying, oh, that realtor wouldn't take my offer, or that realtor's new and didn't know what they were doing, or but you're making excuses, right? Or we're just giving them the excuses we're hearing. Well, I heard a quote last year or the year before that made so much sense. We don't have an inventory problem. We don't. There's enough homes for everyone out there. What we have is a lead generation problem for agents to go out there and find the listings. See, what's happened over the last decade is this company called Zillow and Realtor.com and all these other companies came in and made us lazy, so we write a check monthly to get leads. And guess what kind of leads those are? Exactly. There's red or shit. I seen it with the lips, but I didn't actually hear it. Or you have to go through 100 leads and go, oh my God, this doesn't work. Oh, they're jerks or this and that. If we get a listing, how does that feel? When you get a listing, yeah, Jennifer's like, yes. Do you feel like you have control of the entire transaction with the seller as your partner? You have the opportunity to have the offers come in. You and your seller have the opportunity to pick and choose the best offer for them, right? So here's the thing. So years ago, this was back in 2013 or 2014, I had a young lady come to me and go, I cannot find my buyer this condo they're looking for. I said, what do you mean? There's thousands of condos. You just got to go knock on the doors or call the owners. She goes, but it's not listed in the MLS. And I said, I understand that. But what if you did? Would you have control over your commission? Could you ask for a higher commission? What does that look like? So she did. She went and knocked on some doors in these condos and she actually started calling them. She found the perfect condo for her buyer and she didn't have to compete with offers. She did not have to compete with anybody else. And she got 5%, a full 5%. So what I'm going to share with you guys today is an opportunity, two different ways. All of you that have buyers, you know what the buyer wants, go get it, period. A hunter going out in the woods for deer is going out to kill deer. They're hunting. You need to get out there and start hunting and stop sitting down waiting to see what comes in the MLS. Okay. So if I have a buyer for a community called Venetian Bay where I live, guess what I do? I walk my little 8-pound Yorkie with her nice, cool little looking sweaters and everything else in my community. And I talk to every single person, Red shaking his head. I cannot believe that. Yes, sir. And if I have a buyer or my wife has a buyer for someone in that community, we're finding them a home that's not listed. And we do it all the time. So if you have buyers and you're not knocking on doors in that community or calling circle prospecting, that's what circle prospecting is. So today I'm going to cover a lot with you, but you're also going to get the scripts. Okay. I'm going to be dropping the scripts into the chat box. How many guests do we have on the call today? How many guests? Jennifer. Jennifer is a guest. I see her hand raised. Alexandra. Okay, perfect. And I don't know what your name is. It just says Dina. Dina. We have Dina on there. So we have guests. Today, you guys are going to get some great information, and it only works if you work it. Okay. So yesterday we were at the Peak Performance Strategy with Scott, and he gave us some amazing tips. And I want to share some of those with you today. If you're not driving, take some notes on this, okay? And Red, I know you love taking notes, so you can just watch it later. So as you're walking. All right. So he put 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all kind of work together. In the first box, he put beliefs and patterns. Beliefs and patterns. And I've heard this presentation now, I can't even tell you how many times, and it clicked with me yesterday. It just clicked. The second box to the right is potential. Below the box of potential is action. And then below the box of beliefs and patterns is results. And then there's an arrow that connects them all, okay? I don't know if this will work for you guys to see that. See that? Okay. Now I'm going to cover this in a second, and then you're going to go, what's that have anything to do with circle prospecting? Well, it does. We have 70 people on the call right now. And the law of the numbers tells us a story, okay? So basically, we have 70 people on the call, and who knows about the 80-20 rule? Okay, the 80-20 rule. 20% of you are going to take action today. The other 80% are going to say it doesn't work, or I'm not doing that. It's not for me, or that's not in my business plan, and that's okay. If it's not in your business plan and you're succeeding at what you're doing, that's okay. But if you're looking for another resource opportunity, this is it. If you're looking for listings, I don't care who you are on this call right now. I will challenge you anytime, anywhere on a call in front of hundreds of people, thousands of people. This works if you do it. Now, the belief is this. We have 2 kinds of beliefs, right? We have limited beliefs, and we have the beliefs that we will succeed. The limited beliefs start taking over right now. I'm not going to go door knocking. I'm not going to just start circle prospecting, calling people that don't want to buy or sell. I understand. That's a pattern in your head. If you want to reach your potential, you're going to change your beliefs. And then if you want, you need to take action. And when you take action, you're going to get results. Here's the thing. We're going to get results one way or the other. We're going to, if we don't do anything, we're going to get the results of a big fat bubble income-wise. If we take action, we're going to have the results we're looking for because the numbers work. Okay, so I'm going to share numbers with you and everything else and how all this works. So circle prospecting is this. So I'm going to use Deep as an example. And I'm just gonna role play with them. And hey, Deep, this is Tom Martin with eXp Realty. There's a home that just came on the market in your community. And we know when a home comes on the market in someone's community, they always know somebody that's looking to buy that home. How would you like to choose your neighbor? Could you give me a name and a number of someone that's looking to buy in this community?
Sure.
Okay, see, that's all you do. And then go to the next call, go to the next call. Hey, Dee, this is Tom Martin with eXp Realty. A home on your street just went under contract and there was multiple offers. We have tons of buyers. Yeah, we have tons of buyers looking in your community. Do you know anyone in the community looking to sell?
My neighbor is.
Your neighbor is. Fantastic. Could you give me their name and number, or would you give them a call first and then give them my name and number and see? By the way, what do you love about the community? So when I'm working with the buyers, I can share that with them. And by the way, is this your forever home?
Wow.
Okay, so those are scripts. By the way, you don't have to write all that down. I'm gonna give it all to you. You're gonna get it all for you. So I'm gonna open it up right now, and then I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna go through this, okay? So who here on the call, Paul, I see Paulina's hand up. Who here on the call circle prospects?
I'm learning.
Jennifer, Rainey, you're learning, right? You said?
Yeah, a gentleman just died 2 doors down. I knew him, but I didn't know his family very well. So I'm trying to think, how can I not be so attack? I got a buyer for your house.
You know what? It's a very delicate thing, and I completely understand. Just go there and say, hey, how can I help you? Do you need estate people or anything else? You know, I walk by the home and just talk to them.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Now I used to send out letters. People would get very defensive with that, but there's some letters you can send out. If they're neighbors of yours, just walk by and just say, hey, sorry for your loss. I'd love to help you. Paulina, I see your hand up. Do you circle prospect?
I do circle prospect. And I was asking if you can share some of the systems that you use for circle prospecting, to find the owner's name and numbers.
Okay.
Currently, I use the tax records, but their information is not always there. So I'm wondering if there's any systems that we can use.
Paulina, thank you so much for bringing that up. I am going to, before we finish the presentation, I'm going to give you several ideas of where to turn to get those names, phone numbers, and everything, okay?
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
All right, because that is valid. So there's a young man, he's not with us, and I don't know if he'll join us or not. I actually coached him when he first got into real estate less than 5 years ago. Some of you on the call may know him from my local area if you're from this area. I seen that man ready to punch walls. He's from New York. He was in construction, and he kept getting rejected. This business is SUCK. It doesn't work. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, why don't you start circle prospecting and call for sale by notice expires? Oh, it doesn't work. So I sat in his room one day. He got so mad at me. I'm like, I'm not leaving this room until you get an appointment. I sat there, and I seen him get so frustrated. And I said, Matt, it's not about you. Change your mindset. Shut your mouth. Be quiet. That's a harsh word. I said, shut up and just ask good questions. The quality of your questions is going to give you the opportunity. And you need to listen to what their needs are. Stop selling yourself. So the quality of the questions will equal the opportunity and get you in that door. Last year, Matt went from doing 1 million to second year doing just over 3 million, third year doing 7 million, last year almost 14 million. Okay, all from circle prospecting, by the way, guys. He built a database from circle prospecting, and today he's still circle prospects. It works. It's another way of calling, but you got to call, okay? Or knock on doors. You can circle prospect by knocking on doors as well. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through some scenarios. And then I'm going to drop this in the chat box so you guys will have it. Sorry, my allergies are kicking in today. I don't know what's going on. Ideal scenarios for circle prospecting, okay? Scenario number one, use circle prospecting when you have buyers who missed out on a multiple offer negotiations. It's what I just said to Deep, okay? I know you're disappointed and I will do everything in my power to find you the perfect home. Stop telling your buyers you're going to do everything you can, because you're not. You're looking on the MLS. That is not everything. Are you looking on for sale by owners? Are you knocking on doors? Are you going to garage sales? Are you going to open houses? Are you actively looking for those buyers? Or are you just sitting there waiting for something to click on the MLS? We have to hunt these days, guys. If you're not hunting, you're going to be sitting there waiting, and guess what your buyer is going to do? They're going to go to someone who's circle prospecting to find them a home. I plan to reach out to owners in the near homes near the one that you missed out on immediately to see if they or someone they know in the neighborhood would consider selling. Okay, boom, you got a script right here. This is Sally with ABC Realty, and I'm not sure if you know this, but the house a few doors down from you came on the market 2 days ago, and the seller received multiple offers. They're under contract to sell their home. But I was working with one of those families who made an offer on the house that wasn't accepted. They love this neighborhood, and I'm doing everything in my power to help them. See, we're not doing everything we can for our buyers. And even if you don't have a buyer, don't you think that if they said, yeah, I'll sell, you'll find a darn buyer for that community real quick? Okay. But use this script if you are actively working with buyers for that community. So I'm calling to see if you've heard of any of your neighbors who might consider selling. Before we get off the phone, I'd be the worst realtor in the world if I didn't at least ask, is there a price at which you might consider your home? Is this your forever home? Are buyers out there willing to overpay for a home today? Yes. So if that seller says, yeah, I'll take $600,000 for my house and it's worth $550, and the buyer says, sure, I'll pay it, you're done. Your job isn't to tell the buyer it's not worth it. Your job is to help them get under contract, and then the negotiations can go afterwards if an appraisal comes in low or whatever. If they're a cash buyer, if the cash buyer says, I'll pay $600 for that house, and you tell them it's only worth $550, no, it's worth $600 to the buyer. We get in the way. Stop getting in the way. Let the buyer pay the price they're willing to pay, and let the seller agree to the price. All right. Scenario number two, there's some scripts in here. I'm not going to go word for word on every script because I want to open it up here of resources. Okay. Scenario number two, use circle prospecting when listing a home. Guys, if you list a home, you know it's going under contract within a week. Are you knocking on the doors in the community to invite them to an open house? Are you knocking on the doors to say a home just came up on the market in your neighborhood? Can you give me something that you love about this neighborhood so I can share with the buyers that are coming in? By the way, and then you go into, by the way, I'd be the worst realtor in the world if I did not ask, would you be interested in selling? So when you list a home, you circle prospect. If you don't circle prospect, Paulina will be circle prospect in your neighborhood because she circle prospects. If you don't circle prospect, Matt Riley will be circle prospect in your neighborhood. If you don't circle prospect in Orlando, guess who will? Milton James will be circle prospect in that neighborhood. So it is your listing. You worked hard for it. Get more opportunities out of it. Scenario number three. Use circle prospecting when a listing sells. Hey, Deep, this is Tom with eXp Realty. A home in your community just sold, and you go into the script. Now, it does not have to be your sale. You hear what I just said? A home in your community just sold. A home in your community just went under contract. A home, see, now if you are the listing agent or you're the selling agent, you can use that word, but you still can call and say a home. And by the way, Deep, I understand you're not interested in selling right now, and you may do it in the near future, 3 years, 5 years. Would you be okay if I send you a market value once a year?
Sure.
Because as homeowners, we always want to know what kind of equity and what the values of the homes are in the community. Send them a CMA once a year, show them the value of the home. It's a way to build your database, guys. Now, circle prospecting has two components to it. The first component is they'll give you a referral, and they'll be willing to sell right away. The second component is this: build your database, build your pipeline. Okay, and here's the thing: not everyone's going to give you a lovey-dovey response. Get over it. It's not about you. I want you to be, and I say this sincerely, and I wish I heard it years and years ago, or I probably did when I just didn't listen. Do not be emotionally attached to the outcome of the conversation. Do not. And the conversation is not about you, it's about them. If you're not asking them quality questions about them, you're out. You're out. It's not going to work. Many times people will get an opportunity to list a home, and all they do is talk about how great their company is and how great they sell homes. Then you got a brand new agent who goes in and says, tell me more, what's important to you, and goes into them and they list the home. See, sometimes we get too comfortable because we're ego driven. Oh, I sell a lot of homes, you want to hire me, right? We got to go back. It's not about me, it's about them. The Q and the L. I know many of you can tell me right now what I mean by the Q and the L. Be quiet, ask questions, and listen. And many of you utilize that in your presentations when you're talking to people. Quiet, ask questions, and listen. So I'm going to be dropping this into the chat box right now. And then now I'm going to go into let me see what folder this is in. 3 ways. Okay. Now I'm going to go into where do you find the numbers? Paulina, you had asked this question, and you're the first one to ask it. And I know many of you are going to be on here wondering where would I find those numbers to circle prospect? Okay. So here's where you're going to find them. Let me put this in the chat box first. I'm so good at doing more than one thing at a time. All right, there it is. All right, most of you that have a cell phone, if you don't get it, you can reach out to whoever invited you on the call if you're a guest and get that from them. Or if you are with our group, you can go to the icon series, and it's already up in our files. It's already in there. Okay. All right. So here's some ways to get phone numbers for circle prospecting. Okay. TheRedX.com. TheRedX.com. It's called GeoLeads. Okay. That's what it's called. It's called GeoLeads. So you can take a zip code or a community, and it'll give you all the names, phone numbers of all the homeowners in the community. Okay. So it's TheRedX.com. I'm going to give you another name of a person, and he started the company called the Yes Masters. His name is Kevin Ward, W-A-R-D. He has a lot of videos on circle prospecting. Okay, nothing's any different than these 3 ways of circle prospecting. You want to know why? I ripped them off him, and I duplicated it onto another form, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So it's called rip off and duplicate, right? Rad. So Kevin Ward is amazing at presentations for circle prospecting. Look him up and watch some of those videos. Just watch them. If you don't take action, you're not going to achieve the goal. If you take action and mess it up, you're at least going to get somewhere, right? So don't try to perfect it. Just do it. Look at the videos, practice the scripts, master the scripts, practice every single day. Okay. If you're not practicing your scripts every day for a minimum of 15 minutes a day, it's your job. Milton James, and I go back to Milton, so I'm so proud of him. He's got a major ego, but I'm so proud of him. That man, he does his job. That kid scripts every single day. He's going to take over 100 listings this year. He will do it. He is so determined to get listings from for sale by owners, circle prospect, and expired listings. He's going to get his fair share. Do you think he gets rejected on a daily basis? Do you think he gets hung up on? Do you think people cuss at him? Absolutely. Guys, get over it. It's not about you. All right. Do not be attached to the emotional outcome. Don't do it. All right. So that's one way. There's many other companies out there like Espresso Agent, Vulcan 7, all kinds of companies out there that you can go to find circle prospect and leads. Also, the Red X has expireds and for sale by owners on there as well. Here's the thing, guys, and I'm getting off I'm going to get off topic just for a second here. Every single one of you have a cash investor buyer on this call. Every single one of you. And here's two that I'm going to give you right now. OfferPad and Open Door. They are your cash buyers. Hey, Dina, this is Tom Martin with EXP. I noticed that you have your home for sale by owner. Are you accepting cash offers? Yes, fantastic. Awesome. Can I come by today and take a look and see if it will fit for my cash buyers? By the way, I might have to take a couple photos. And if I do bring you a cash buyer that you will accept, would you be willing to pay me a commission? 99% of them are going to say yes. 1%, 2%, 3%. It doesn't matter. Get them to sign a commission agreement, go to the agent portal, put the property in there, bring them the offer. You're going to get an offer. It may not be what they want, or it may be what they want. And by the way, guys, not only is the seller paying you a commission, OfferPad and Open Door is paying you a referral commission. And they write the contracts, okay? You don't have to write it. So there's something for you. All right, so you got two cash buyers that'll buy real quick. They'll put out an offer. All right, back to circle prospecting. Here's the other way. So right now, if you go, most of us have a relationship with a title company. Do we agree? Everyone on here has a great title person they use, and they're the best. They love you. They give you chocolates. Oh my gosh, come and use my office anytime. We'll give you good coffee. Here's where you reciprocate with your title company. You ready? Hey, Robin, I would like to get all the names and numbers in this community. Could you supply those for me? Hey, Robin, I'm looking to door knock this entire community this weekend. Are you available? Hey, Robin, I'm looking to send out a postcard to this community. I just listed a home and I'm looking for more listings in this community. Now, Robin says no to all three of those. Well, fantastic. Hey, Miss Talisha, with her competing title company. Hey, would you be willing to blah, blah, blah? Would you be willing to blah, blah, blah? Okay. Find a title company that's willing to partner with you, not just take from you. And I say this a lot. I mean, I pee off a lot of title companies when I tell agents this. Go back to your title company and ask them for reciprocation. I'm not telling them to give you money. I'm not telling them to do anything outside of what a partnership should be. Now, if you're circle prospecting and you get a listing, who benefits? That title company. I know many title companies door knocking with the agents. I know many title companies helping them co-brand, sending out postcards to a certain community, just listed, just sold. Why not? Okay, guys. You're doing the open houses. Get your title and lender. Do not do it alone. Get your title and lender. You should not be doing any open house without your title and lender being there, period. Oh, I can't make it this weekend. Okay, great. Get one of your coworkers. Nope, can't do it. Okay. Hey, Miss Competing Title Company, are you available this weekend? Okay. Guys, this is your business. Find the partnerships that work best for you. I know a ton of title companies in the Central Florida area. Celebration is who we use religiously. I'm not telling you to leave whoever you use. And what I am saying is Celebration has a marketing department, a branding department, everything. They will set you up for success. Their goal is to help you succeed at a higher level because they're going to get more business from you. That's a partnership. I don't know any other title company that goes that far. There may, I don't know. I have some great friends that have title companies and they're always like, Tom, would you please throw me something? I'm like, no. I asked you if you would do postcards. You said no. I asked you if you would participate in the open houses. You said no. I asked you to no. So no, sorry, we're not a fit. We're not a fit. But we give good service. I understand, and so do the other ones. Okay. What is the value proposition in the partnership? Guys, circle prospecting is a missed opportunity that you're missing an opportunity without doing the circle prospecting. Okay. There's very, very, very few agents doing circle prospecting in our market today. And by the way, guys, I don't know a whole lot about a lot of the other states. Florida is expecting a 25 to 30% growth this year over last year. More and more people are coming to the state because of our freedom, because of everything that's being offered here. If you do not start doing something, you will be sitting there blaming others that real estate doesn't work. Oh, the person that I know in real estate, oh, they take all the leads. Oh, my blah, blah, blah. Stop with the excuses and go out and get your fair share. Okay. Circle prospecting will create opportunity. And by the way, when you go on a listing presentation and they're interviewing 4 or 5 people, it's frustrating. And then what's more frustrating for me, for you guys, is you don't ask for the business at the table and you just go, oh, I built a great rapport with them and I know their kids and where they're from. That's not going to work all the time. I'm sorry to tell you. It's not going to work. Oh, I got the listing. They're going to call me tomorrow. Yeah, they're going to call you tomorrow and tell you they listed with Milton James because he went in there and he went there with a business plan and closed them and listed the property right there, brought his photographer and everything else and listed it immediately at that table. He's not leaving without them signing. Do not go in assuming you earned it. You didn't, unless you leave with it signed. I've learned that many, many times. Many times. Oh, I got that listing. Hey, Tom, this is Ron over at Wise Home Team. Sorry about, hey, we got this listing. If you got any buyers, I'm like, you son of a blah, blah, blah. Right. And I've done the same with him. So circle prospecting, it's only you. You don't have to compete with anybody. You get an appointment with a seller, it's just you and them. Oh my gosh. You reached out, you called me, you're aggressive, you're really determined. Don't you think you earned their trust already and confidence to go, hey, this is a guy I want to work with? So you're not competing with 4 or 5 other listing agents. You're not competing with commission compression, right? When you start giving up your commission, you've devalued yourself. Oh, will you take 4% because the other agent down the road will do 4%? Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, sign right here. Say, yeah, there's a lot of agents that'll do it for less, but they're going to give you less. And I'm here to earn every bit of that. Okay, you won't have to worry about commission compression with these sellers. Do not discuss commissions or price over the phone. What's my home worth and what do you charge? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd love to get inside and see what it looks like because some of the homes have some updating. Can I come in and see that? I'd love to talk to you about that. Commissions are negotiable. Definitely can sit down and talk to you about that. If you tell them what your commission rate is and what the price is over the phone, you're done. You're done. You're not getting in. Anything they ask, oh, wow, that's a great question. I'm going to make sure that I get the best answer for you when we meet. Are you available today at 3 or 4? Today. Because if you say Friday, oh, next Friday I'm available. They're canceling on you. They're going to cancel. Oh, I'm traveling. Okay, fantastic. When are you going to get to your location? And then we can do a Zoom call. You know, do not, you have many options, many options. Get in front of them immediately. Frank Hopkins will tell you when he's buying properties, the faster you get in front of that person, the less investors they're calling. And the faster you get in front of that person, the more opportunity you have. Am I right, Frank?
Tom, I always say, good morning. I always say, I don't want to be last. I want to be first. So if I can get there, you call me now and I'll tell them I'm in gym shorts, just working out. I don't care. Come on. I'll go right now. So, because I want them to cancel everybody else.
Yeah. And Frank does an amazing job as an investor. So if you guys have any investment opportunities, reach out to Frank Hopkins. You won't be disappointed. And he's awesome about reciprocating stuff back. So definitely reach out to Frank Hopkins.
Hey, one thing, Tom, I got a listing this weekend and I literally am going to we're doing open house Saturday and Sunday and in Chilioto. And I forgot about asking a lender, so I'm going to do that. But the other thing is, man, we're going to work the neighborhood hardcore. Hey, so this is timely for me. I was working it yesterday, I'm working it today, and there's the 3 of us there. So while 2 guys are at the house, I'll be walking the neighborhood, knocking on doors, talking to people. So I'm hoping to jack a few more listings out of it this weekend. I got contracts in the car, ready to go.
Fantastic. There's nothing wrong with having a paper contract or your tablet or your whatever you have ready to go to start writing. Guys, do it. See, the best time to take action is when? Right now. Because if you don't do it right now, it's not going to get done or we'll procrastinate on getting it done. All right. So I've given you guys a lot of tips, right? Yes, Nancy's awesome right now. Now, I want to open it up for collaboration and participation. So what were your ahas? What will you take action on? What did you hear that you heard before that you just heard you heard it again differently that you're going to take action on? Was this of value to you? And, I'm here to help you guys. If I don't get enough feedback to say that it helped someone today, then I'm going in my day going, I wonder if I helped someone today. So please.
Well,
share.
You did.
Thank you, Aletha.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm well. Thank you.
All right. So let me tell you what helped me today. I heard you say, and again, I'm still trying to work this partnership with the title company that I'm working with. I heard you say something like, hey, would you be willing to provide me with a list of names and numbers because I'm going to go door knocking this weekend, or I'm going to be calling this weekend. I love that. So the farm where I am already farming, if I don't have good names and numbers, the title company, my partnership, is able to provide me with that list.
Yeah, they all can provide you a list. Some can provide you with numbers, some cannot. Hey, Michael, it's called the Red X. Put THE in front of it. The Red X.
Yeah, the Red X is great.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if there is anybody who is using Red X and they can send a link so you get a referral and you can provide a discount to those of us who want to use the Red X, please, can y'all do that?
Guys, whatever system you use, will work if you work it, whether it's Espresso Agent, Vulcan 7, there's all kinds of systems out there. Most title companies have access to a lot of systems to pull up information. And if they say, honestly, guys, I'm not trying to be rude to a title company or a lender or anything. If I call my lender and title company today and say I need something done tomorrow, they're going to find a way to either them or someone else to do it, because they care about the relationship. And I've proven reciprocation with them. They've gotten tons of business and referrals from me. So even if you're brand new, doesn't matter. Hey, I'm looking to partner because I plan on being one of the top agents in this area. They love new agents too, guys. Don't be afraid because you haven't sold anything yet that you don't have validity in this business. Go out. You have this team right here. You have this entire team of 72 people on this call. You have people behind you. All right. Thank you, Aletha. Anyone else? AHA's collaboration input.
I wanted to throw something out there.
Yes, David.
Hey, how you doing? I forgot his name just now. Sorry, brain fart. Oh, Ricky Caruth. I'm not sure if anybody did put a discount for Red X in there, but Ricky Caruth's got a 0 to Diamond program. And he offers, I think it's like 15% off, and you don't have to pay the upfront like a couple $100. So that's something to look into.
Absolutely. Yes. Ricky Caruth is 0 to Diamond. He has such a soft approach way. Whatever works for you. Ricky Caruth does have a discount code. If you don't use Ricky Caruth's discount code, tell them, you're part of a group that has over 800 agents in it, and they're always referring people and they're not paying the initiation fee. That's it. It's $199 initiation fee or setup fee or whatever they call it. Just tell them, no, I'm not paying that. You need to waive that. Okay. David, thank you for bringing that up.
You got it. And I wasn't trying to take away from anything you guys were saying. I just thought that would be helpful to somebody who might be on a tight budget,
Yeah, oh no, 100%. And you're absolutely, yes. Yeah, we're all on a tight budget, and that's a lot of money for a lot of us. And we want to be cautious with that. So guys, make sure you do not pay that setup fee. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't need to. I think it's $199 if I'm not mistaken. So, anyone else? This is your time.
I had a question, actually. I do circle prospecting, probably not as regularly as I should, because time gets away from me. If I could set aside time to do it, I'd do a lot better. But when I have a client and there's no home available in that neighborhood that they only want to be in, I circle prospect, and I found people that want to sell, but they say, where am I going to go? So that's one of my issues, that they told me an area that they'd look in, and I send them things, and you don't hear back. So like the follow-up with that would be an issue. I have also, I do for sale by owners, and then recently I'm competing with another Keller Williams agent for the listing, and she has another home she wants to sell as well, and she's kind of like testing us both out before she signs anything. So that's an issue I've had recently as well, and I wanted to see how you handle these things. Thank you.
So Olivia, congratulations on at least making those calls. That's the first step. People have the biggest fear. You're making the call. So you're doing something that's getting you closer and closer, right? Yes, you're going to hear that a lot. If I sell, where do I go, right? But here's the thing. Find the people who can sell and go, oh, I'm looking to relocate. I'm looking to downsize. I'm looking to grow, my family's growing and I need to move up, right? Just say, if right now is not the time, who else in your neighborhood is, right? So that could be one. As far as competing with another agent, you got to get in there and say, listen, I want this listing because I'm going to be dedicated to help you get it sold. And I would love the opportunity, just like them, so you're in a position of, right now where the seller is weighing it out and going, who's gonna beg more, or who's gonna throw more in, or who's gonna lower their commission, or whatever it is. Go there and tell them, Olivia, I want this listing and I know I'm gonna help you get it sold. And you need to be working with me because I'm determined to get this thing done for you. And I want this.
Tom, can I step in?
Yeah, go ahead, Deep, because you've been on
Olivia,
a whole lot
good
more appointments in
morning.
the last 8 years than I have.
I think Olivia is she's in South Florida. So you have the biggest ammunition in your backyard. It's called Paul Sampras. You need to take him to that appointment and get it out of the way. You're part of Paul's team. Use Paul's name. Drop the mic. He does 240 deals. You got Godfather of real estate right next door to you. You got two biggest hitters in town. Forget the KW, whatever the agent's name is. It doesn't even exist in your head. Just go for it.
Hey, Deep, thank you for that. But hey, Olivia, are we talking about Judith?
Yes.
Hey, this is a long story. Hey guys, this is a long story. One of the agents in the office doing circle prospecting, they came across Judith. They said, Fred, can you help me? Will you go on the listing with me? First we did is I made her do a Zoom call first. So anyway, we go, and then Olivia tells me 3 days later, she said, hey, we followed you on that appointment. So it was myself and Andres Saravia. So anyway, and then so it was Olivia and Paul. But anyway, Olivia, I want you to keep after her because it is good training ground for you. But I'll tell you, Judith is a very professional. She bought and sold houses. She's invested. So what her deal is, and I've heard it many years myself. Listen, you proved to me first. I don't, I like you. I like you a lot. But she said, bring me buyers, bring me buyers, bring me buyers. That's what she's probably told you, right, Olivia? Bring your buyers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so she's
I brought her buyers.
I know. She told me. I said, well, good. Then that's the person you choose. I said, they're on. And so the thing we need to do is team up with you and Andres, maybe. And because you and Paul have been there, Andres and I have been there. So anyway, she's a trip. She's a trip. And then the other thing is too, is that when you have someone like that, of course, I told her, I said, Judith, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? I said, listen, people that are bringing you buyers, I wish you had told me that, Olivia, because I said, anybody's bringing you buyers, how do you know it's not their brother-in-law and sister-in-law that they're showing? I said, I'm going to bring you international, serious people that have cash in their pocket, not people that are looky-loos. So anyway, so whatever you're doing in an area, yeah, definitely, Deep, you're right. The network and get other people involved. Olivia got Paul involved. Andres got me involved. Of course, we didn't know until after that. But anyway, that's funny you brought that up, Olivia. As soon as I heard you talking, I said, I know who she's talking about.
Hey, Olivia.
Yeah.
One more thing I would add to that is, hey, Olivia, this is Tom. I'm in the neighborhood. I wanted to stop by and say hi to you and just sit down and talk to you a little bit more. What would stop? And then when I'm sitting in front of them, what would stop you from hiring me right now so we can get this on the market today? Are you confident I can help you get the home sold? Fantastic. Let's go. I know that you've been stuck between two agents, and I don't mind calling that other agent and letting them know we've just signed this agreement. And I'd be more than happy to invite them in for our open houses and everything else. That's what I do. Even if there was listen, if we don't get that business, or that KW agent doesn't get that business, or one of the other agents don't get that business, someone will get it. But you got to ask the question, what will stop? Are you confident I can help you sell? Yes. What would stop you from hiring me today? I can schedule the photographer right now. We can have the sign up and we can have this thing rolling so you're not dealing with it anymore.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Bye.
Okay.
Hey, Tom.
Yes. Oh, Lizette, I know you.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the other person. I'll be very brief. Hey, good. I'm doing well. So I wanted to share the young lady that was on right now. I just wanted to share with her something that I'm doing. When I have sellers that are like, well, I don't know how I'm going to move. If it's possible, it's not possible as sellers. But if they have equity in their home, they can get a line of credit. on their home. And like, for example, there's banks like Trustco, PNC Bank, that it's like a credit card. So they can do a line of credit on their home. And a lot of them, like especially people that paid off their home, they can go look for a home, pay cash for it, and they don't have to compete with everybody else. And you can submit a cash offer and just they're going to use the line of credit to buy their home. And then what you can do is once they have that home under contract, you can.
You're muted. You're muted.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. So sorry for the young lady that was talking for about the selling her home and the whole issue. I just wanted to add something, an input, something that I do. Sometimes it doesn't work with all sellers, but if they have equity in the home, they can get a HELOC. A lot of them are super low rates right now. It's like a credit card using their equity. Like it doesn't apply to all sellers. They need to have equity and qualify for it. But what I'm doing is when they give me that objection, I say, well, hey, no problem. Let's apply for a HELOC. You know, so when we go out there to buy look for your new home, you can pay cash. And once you have it under contract, you can list your home confidently because you don't have to worry about using a contingency and you're able to get your home first before selling yours. So that's something that I'm doing and it's working really great. Again, it doesn't work on all sellers, but it's a possibility if that's something that could get you the deal.
Be the person to provide solutions. Be the person
that is perfect.
Solutions.
Thank you so much for saying that because I'm dealing with somebody who came into my open house, their neighbor down the street, and that's the exact situation. They don't know what they're going to do, where they're going to go. So I was planning on doing a CMA for them. So that's great. I'm going to pop over there later today when I'm circle prospecting and drop that on them and see what they think. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Trustco Bank, and PNC, there's a lot of them, but PNC are pretty aggressive. So they'll do 90%, depending on the situation, 80, 90%, depends on the bank. But you can do your research. And if you need help, I'll give you guys some, just text me 321-217-5362. I'll put it on the chat. But that's right now that sellers are not moving because they're so afraid of the buyers, the market limited inventory. They're hearing everybody say, I can't find the house.
Awesome. Guys, 9:26, I got 2 more minutes and then I'm on another call. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm looking forward to next week. Each week, we're going to cover lead generation opportunities that are going to fit one of you or all of you. And here's the thing I always say, find 1, 2, or 3 things that work and then work well at it, or find the one thing that you're extremely good at and just work that one thing. If we find something that works for us, work it hard. And you don't know what's going to work until you actually put effort into it and take action. Okay? Don't make one call and go, this doesn't work. No, don't make 2 calls. Do it for 30 days and then see the results. Again, Babe Ruth is known for, he's in the Hall of Fame for the most home runs, but he's also known, not known, but if you know this, he's also had more strikeouts than anybody in Major League history. He got up to bat more times than anybody else. So he hit more home runs. Okay, guys, you can do this. Find something that works, work it, take action, and get rid of the limited beliefs. Move forward. Olivia, are you confident I can help you sell this home? What would stop you from hiring me right now? What else? What else? What else? Okay, fantastic. Let's get through these so we can move forward with this listing. It's a great question. It's one that I learned years ago. Mike Ferry beat me over the head with that question on every single appointment. He said, if you don't ask this question every single appointment, you're writing a check to a realtor that you don't like.
Tom, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
You know, I talk a lot, so you guys, I will take over the whole call.
No, because I got to be off in 1 minute.
Okay, so everybody, in like 10 seconds, if you're having mindset issues, we just went to a great seminar yesterday with oh my gosh, Stephen Pugh's team, and we're having Tony Robbins coming, and if you're having mindset, I highly suggest you reach out for some info. I already signed up, me and my husband. Again, it's not promoting Tony Robbins, I'm just saying find a way. Like, listen, If it's gonna make you grow your business, it's worth the investment. Okay, that was my 10-second spiel.
You are right. You need to invest in yourself. In 2022, the biggest investment you can make is in yourself. Guys, I have to be off right now. So Tiffany, Joe, the call's all yours. I appreciate every one of you.